you shouldn't be concerned that I'm leaving. I'm leaving you with power. See, no one will do greater works than Jesus in proximity. You're never going to go see an apostle or a prophet or have a pastor that is greater than Jesus. So whenever he's talking, what is he talking about? See, ministry was limited during the time of Jesus to Jesus himself and those that he had assigned. But now, it spread out. In just a few days after this, the Apostle Paul would see him on the road to Damascus and be knocked off of his horse and blinded, and the man that was killing would now become a preacher. And it would spread out, and he would preach in Ephesus and in Crete and all across Europe. And he would go, and now there would be hundreds, and then there would be thousands. And on the day of Pentecost, whenever they said, these are not drunk as you suppose, for it is only the third hour of the day. But this is what was spoken of by the prophet Joel, that your young men would dream dreams and your old men would see visions. And they poured out, and whenever they poured out, they admittedly turned Jerusalem upside down, and they kicked them out of Jerusalem and spread them all over Judea and Samaria. And guess what? The prophecy was fulfilled to the uttermost parts of the earth. And now here we go. We're 2,000 years later, and you have a simple pastor like me that has seen, that I've laid hands on barren bellies and seen babies born. And he said, greater works. And now there's millions of us, of people like you that just sit across from a coworker and say, I know a way. And what used to be just a few now is millions of people declaring the goodness of the glory of the righteousness of the Son of God that came and was and is coming back. And it's greater. And he did not leave the church weak or anemic. But he said, you shall receive power when the Holy Spirit has come upon you. And you shall preach the gospel in Jerusalem and in Judea. And do you realize that this morning we're declaring we're a long way from Jerusalem. We are the uttermost parts of the earth. And we're the fulfillment of the prophecy that was shared and declared in that moment. And he did not leave them weak or anemic, but full of love and hope and authority and power.